Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be unboxing the Elgato the Elgato heavy bass, and this is an accessory that Elgato made for its multi-mount accessories, such as the Elgato key light, for example. The Elgato key light, that thing comes with a stand called the multi-mount, which comes with a clamp. And for me, that's a problem because when I want to move the light around, I don't want to be clapped onto a table. I can't do that because it doesn't have a stand. Unlike, for example, the Elgato Key Light Air has a base, which means you can put it on the floor, put it anywhere on a flat surface. Whereas the key light, the normal key light, that comes with a clamp, and you can't clamp it to anywhere. So I was looking for solutions, and I didn't know recently that Elgato made a heavy base, just the base without the mount, the multi-mount. So they do, and this is what I bought to set up for the Elgato key light, and we're going to be unboxing this and setting it up. So let's begin. Okay, so let's unbox this. And I'm using a camera cap to unbox this stickers. I don't have a knife with me, so I'm using this, and it actually works quite well. There it is. Let's put this back and let's unbox this. Hopefully you can see the box. We got instruction manual how to set up the heavy base and how to put it on the multi-mount. Here it is. And also here is the packaging all packed up. Make sure the base is fully protected and not whirling around in the box. Oh, it says here on the box, it says here, warning, this base is built like a tank. Handle with caution. Yeah, it is pretty heavy, so I guess that makes sense, and I should be careful because if I drop this is gonna make a huge funk. Anyway, we got tools, all the screws, and all the tools you need to set this up, which is nice. It comes with tools. And let's put the box aside so that we can take a look at this base better. Here's the base. It's circular and it's pretty big, bigger than I thought it's gonna be, but it needs to be this big because if you're gonna put a huge Elgato key light on it, it needs to balance the weight. Especially the Elgato key light is actually a heavy key light. So, and there it is. You have two mounting points. You got here and at the middle. It depends on where you want to mount accessory on. Depends where you want to mount accessory your accessory on. Elgato gives you two mounting points. I'm probably gonna mount my key light in the middle, but I can also mount it on the outer part of the base because if I want to, but I think in the middle it's gonna stay better and more stabilized. Anyway, so that's the heavy base. Let's now move on to setting it up. Okay, so I have now set it up, the equipment on the bottom, and I'm going to now get the Elgato key light so that I can screw the base to the Elgato multi-mount. And I'm going to unscrew the Elgato key light, the panel first from this to make the job easier. I have now opened the tools from the back. Let's now use the big, what is this called? Hexa. I don't remember what's this thing called, but anyway, let's use this tool to unscrew the screws, which you can see here. Here they are. It's the big screw here, and we're gonna slowly start unscrewing this. Okay, we have finally unscrewed the screw. It was really tight. Okay, big screw out. And let's now use the small let's now use the small hexagonal tool to unscrew the small screws. Hopefully it's not going to be as hard as it was with the big ones. Okay guys, after messing about with this about 10 minutes, I had the last screw to unscrew. Now I can finally connect the multi-mount to the heavy base. Now let me just make it smaller so that'll be easier. The process was pretty hard, and I think Elgato needs to fix it, make it a bit easier, because it was pretty tricky screwing these in. Anyway, now it's time to grab the heavy base, which is pretty heavy, like really heavy. Screw the big screw in with the small ones, and the screws that you're supposed to install is the ones that come with it, the 2 black screws. These screws that come from the from the clamp apparently don't work here. Now I connect all the screws together, and I'm sort of supposed to screw them in. This thing is heavy, so holding it alone and trying to screw it at the same time is going to be pretty tough. Okay guys, so there it is. I've installed the multi-mount to the heavy base, and this was really tough. You might need to get a hand to help you hold the base when installing it to the multi-mount. Also, I think Elgato should include this to the key light itself instead of this clamp, because I think, to me, this is going to be way more usable than this. So yeah, also I think Elgato should change the way you screw in the heavy base to the multi-mount, because it's quite tough. I mean, I damaged a screw, so because of that I can't screw this back to the clamp. Probably I'm never gonna use the clamp again, but what if I want to? Then the screw's damaged, I can't screw it in anymore. So Elgato, I think, should make it an easier way to screw it in, because it's also quite tough. But nevertheless, we got it in. Also, Elgato says don't screw it too hard, don't over tight. I don't know why, but yeah, make sure you don't do that. And now the last trick we need to do is screw in the key light to the multi-mount, which is what I'm doing right now. There it is. This is it. This is how it looks like. This is so much better now. Yeah, so that's it guys. Alright guys, so that's been it. I set it up, the key light, to the heavy base with the multi-mount, and that's a huge upgrade for me, because the clamp, it wasn't really that useful to me. If I had a proper desk, maybe it would have been useful to me, but I also like to have my key lights on the floor, so having the heavy base to the key light now is really nice addition. And when I move around, obviously I can't move around the key light because it has a clamp, so I can't put it on the floor. And with the key light airs, which are standing on the table right now, I can obviously move them around since they have the base already. I think Elgato should include the heavy base to the Elgato key light, to be honest. I think it's more useful with the base than the clamp, or maybe Elgato should configure it in 2 versions, so that customers can choose whether you want the base or the clamp. That would be nice, because not everyone wants a clamp, or not everyone wants a base. So instead of me kind of buying it separately and screwing and messing it around, I think Elgato should add more options. But anyway guys, that's been it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.